The truth about following your passion, really realize that not everyone that says they're passionate about stuff they say they are really that passionate. Anyone can care about something when there's instant reward, when there's instant gratification, when there's maybe a paycheck involved with it, but following your passions is bigger than that. I'll give a great example. This is how you know if you're actually legitimately following your passion and you take it serious and you actually love it. I was at the gym today, right? And I could not think of what to talk about. I did not have any new ideas. I didn't have a subject matter. I didn't have a grand, like, philosophical shit that I always typically have with this stuff. My brain was kind of dead, you know. I was kind of distracted with my position today, which, you know, you gotta see how that works out. But I was sitting, I just couldn't. Typically, as I'm working out, as my energy gets up and as I'm feeling good, I typically will just start thinking of shit. And I just could not. Like, sometimes you just have that block. And so I leave the gym, but I was like, I'm gonna record a video today. I recorded a video like 5 straight days. I literally have like 11 videos queued up, that plus like a shitload of shorts, plus a crap load of clips potentially I haven't gotten to, but doing the math of how many videos I've made and all that stuff, like, I have quite a bit of content where if I didn't want to record for a couple weeks, I could just post and not have to worry about anything. But I'm like, I'm leaving the gym, I drive, you know, I drive to get my coffee or whatever, sipping my routine, and then I drive here in the woods, you know. And I'm driving here and I'm like, bro, I have nothing. I literally have nothing. And I walk here literally like 10 minutes ago, like, bro, I have nothing to talk about. Why am I doing this? And then I asked myself, why not? I know that's such a simple why not, but it really got me like a reminder, like, okay, but why not even press record and find out? Maybe you'll come up with some grand shit. Maybe I'll talk about for 45 minutes, why not? You know, that seems captivating. But it really got me thinking, why not do something? Whatever you're thinking about, your mind and your body, your spirit, not to be all corny and shit, it's starting to sound like a woman right now. Your mind, body, spirit, and your whole, you know, your whole being on this earth, you know, it gravitates you to where you belong. You belong in nature, baby. It's like, yes, I'm homeless. No, I'm not homeless, I'm kidding. Oh, I love being in nature. It's like, bro, you don't have a place to live. You have no choice but to love nature. Like, you know, I'm the nature boy. It's like, okay, Ric Flair. But in all seriousness, it really gets me, why not? Like, you think about whatever you're doing. If you're constantly thinking about X, Y, and Z, there's a reason. If you're thinking about, let's just say you're struggling with starting the idea, the hard part about doing something like content creation is, obviously, it's hard to really build an audience. The hardest part is starting. The hardest part is building confidence in yourself to do it as much as possible, to be consistent and stick with it, even when there's no reason to. Like, I posted a short earlier today, and it's been 2 hours and not a single view. But most of my shorts have typically gotten anywhere from, on the low end, a couple hundred, but, you know, typically revolves around the 500 to 700 range. They typically get a couple subscribers. And I've had a couple go over 1,000, 1,500 for one. And I've had a couple long-form videos get over 250 plus, which is good for this channel. And I'm having a clip right now, like an 8-minute clip. I'm starting to like kind of venture into the 8 to 10 minute clip stuff. So it kind of makes me more digestible to new people that don't want to listen to a whole 30-minute segment. And that one's doing pretty well. It's close to a couple hundred views in a couple days, which for the size of this channel, I'm thrilled about, you know? And the power of progress, first of all, is one of the most dopamine hitting things. It's easy, and I think part of like why not, you build that why not mentality when you get that reaffirmation of, man, you know, there's progress here. 26 subscribers, starting from complete scratch, starting small, building a raw audience from 0 subscribers and having 26 subscribers in essentially like 6 weeks. Like, you know, that's not nothing for that. You know, it's not some, you know, you're gonna go write on your resume, but it's something like you're building something you're resonating, and there's gonna be hiccups where you have a couple videos fall flat that you feel really good about, and it makes you like think about your game plan and shit. But the whole point I'm trying to make here is when something's your passion, you don't even think about it. It becomes just a part of what you do. Yeah, it becomes frustrating at times. It can sometimes be soul-wrenching if you go a couple weeks and videos are not performing to what you're accustomed to at the very minimum. Or you make something that you watch and you're like editing, you're like, man, this shit's like really fucking good. I'm really proud of this shit. And then for whatever reason, it doesn't even reach people, you know? And that's frustrating. Then the ones that you think like, this is just whatever, and for some reason that resonates with people. And all you can do is just keep showing up and just keep doing it. As simple as that may sound, but as I'm recording this right now, it's literally, why not? If something's on your mind, if there's a girl you want to call, let's say a girl's number you got, and you've been too pussy to reach out to her. You've been too pussy to even start a conversation because you think she may have just given you her number just because she was being nice, you know, or she doesn't view you like that. Well, why don't you call and text her and find out? What are you afraid of? Why not? You know, I was gonna join a softball league or whatever. Okay, so why not? Well, my schedule and this and that, you know, I work this day and the league starts, you know, the game's we start at 6, but I don't get off till 4:30. Sign up for the fucking league, bro. Work something out with your job. You know, and I know that sounds simplistic. When you start letting the what if, why you can't do something, you can always convince yourself why you can't do something. The power of optimism, you know, here we go, Clint, with the optimism. But it really is optimism and why not do something. Now look, why not, you know, I'm feeling good, I'm a little loose, you know, I've had a few shots, I'm at a house party, why not grab this random girl's ass? Now, I could tell you why you shouldn't, but you know, who knows? Why not? Who knows? I'm kidding. Don't grab a girl's ass unless, you know, it's obvious. And even if it's obvious, make her grab your hand and put it on her ass. And even then, pull back and make her put it back on there. That's consent these days, man. But no, in all seriousness, you've got to really, with everything you do, with your passion, anytime you doubt yourself, anytime you're like, man, this shit isn't working, always be like, why not continue to do it? The thing about passions is, the truth about it is, I'm not gonna say like people are gonna criticize. I think a lot of people overblow like, oh, people criticize and all this stuff. I think what it is a lot of people are afraid that when they watch someone they care about do something and there's no instant gratification or reward for it, and there's not financial, you know, reward at a short period of time, there's always going to be the feel that someone's wasting their time. And what you gotta ask the person that's doing it, what is the reason why you do this? Is your goal to make money soon? Is it to build an audience? Is it just because after you do it, there's a sensation of feeling and it makes your whole life better? I think that's a part of it. Like, for me personally, after I record these videos and I go home and I upload it to my computer, I just feel better. Just the fact that I did something. Just the fact that I have something whenever I'm ready to edit it and post it. There's something about when you just do something, and especially when you've done something so much consistently for a week or 2 weeks and you're really proving to yourself that you're serious about what you're doing, it confirms to yourself that you're serious about it. But you also got to be careful that just because you do something for a period of time, that doesn't mean you're going to stick by it. Anyone can do something when you have momentum, when there's being validation. Let's say you're getting an upgrade in views. Let's say you've been getting a lot of attention online, subscribers and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I've gotten to that point, but there's been consistent, at least relative growth for my channel. For what it is and the state it's in, I'm pretty happy about it. Because, you know, I've tried some of this stuff before and it hasn't gone as good as it is now. And I'm happy what I'm doing. And there's that combination of you feel like you're doing what you should be doing. That's how you know, and that's hard to quantify. It's not something that once you get out of the honeymoon phase where you're just excited to start something, but then you actually start having a consistent prep, like having a plan. You have a routine that slides into doing this. Like, I do not record a video unless I've done something productive beforehand, unless I've either made some money that day, or typically I only do this when after I go to the gym, because that's when my mind's the best. I typically wait till the middle of the day because I know when my energy is going to be as highest. I know my mental clarity. I just know how I am, and I'm honest with myself. And doing something like this, you're in control of it. So there's no need to record at 8 a.m. if you're not going to be at peak performance. Because at the end of the day, you control how your energy is displayed out there. So since you're in control of that, there's no reason for you not to have the preparation, to not have a routine, to be in control of yourself in your life. Because to do something like this, to make time for it and to enjoy it, if you don't have at least self-discipline and control, it's going to be very hard to consistently really want to continue to make this happen. And my goal with this channel is not necessarily to like make it a business in 3 months. I know that's not really realistic. It's to continuously grow, build a foundation, and build a legitimate fan base. It's not just about trying to get, you know, 10,000 subscribers as quick as possible, doing flashy, doing gimmicky stuff, because how you attract your audience is how you keep them. If I rely, for example, on a bunch of quick shorts that are kind of very topical, but I talk a lot more about just general how to improve yourself as a person, or, you know, venture out into just how I think about life, and kind of look, I'm in nature. I'm a very free flowing person. And when you're a free flowing person, you're kind of hey, I'm a very accepting person of what reality is. And I have very strong thoughts and opinions about stuff, and that's okay as well. I think the biggest thing though that you've got to, if you are going to do something like this, is you've got to build that discipline to prove to yourself that a passion is exposed if it's actually something you care about, if you treat it like it's more than just a fun thing you do. And I don't mean that you spend 10 hours a day, you know, outlining this idea, you know, doing all the crazy stuff, because I do very simple editing. I'm not like a great editor. Like, I try to condense it, I try to cut out the fat. I'm not great with the graphics, but it's not that type of channel where that stuff matters too much at this point in time. But how I know is I show up every day, my body gravitates. I don't even think about it. Like, I leave the gym and I'm not like, I gotta go record a bit. It's not like, it's like pressing on my mind. It's like, oh, this is what I gotta do next. You know? And I come here, I'm relaxed. I'm always in a very relaxed state. And I think when you're very relaxed doing something, it's because you're comfortable, you have a strong belief in yourself. Even if I come in here and I don't have anything written down like I typically do, I don't have my 5 or 6 bullet points to stay on track. I just come over here and I'm like, you know what, whatever comes from the heart today. And whatever comes, and what's coming out today is why not. So yeah, welcome to the Socially Inept Thoughts channel.